Welcome, Angry Faithful, for the Friday what the hell episode where we go over stuff that we found interesting for the, I guess, the last 3 days because we went over stuff on Wednesday now. But Johnny back onto the studios.
I mean, yeah. So it might end up being a limited engagement. I don't know. It depends on whether or not the employment gods smile down on me or something.
Yeah. Yeah. But without further ado, our top thing that we're talking about this week, crime fighter in chief, because the CNN decided to say it, we're going to report on it. And if you checked out the thumbnail, it is kind of funny that it was easily done by Grok. Trump as Batman and JD Vance as let me just pull it up because I find it funny. Let me see here.
Is it funny as the allegations that in addition to murder, mass murder, that Garth Brooks is the Diddy of country music?
Pretty much, yeah. This is
a new one.
This is the thumbnail. No, it's not. It's not new.
It's not new, but it's got legs.
I love the thumbnail.
Oh yeah.
If you're on X, you don't get to see the thumbnail, so I'm showing the thumbnail. That is fucking awesome. The Batman symbol is the American flag.
Yeah.
I did that today.
Okay.
But yeah. So after he's cleaning up DC, we had some kind of funny things that happened. Bill, do you have that video of the subway assault?
Yeah, but let me start real quick with an intro to the DC.
Let me find the subway assault.
I've got the subway also.
Okay, do it. I like how it doesn't have any sound, Bill.
You know, my father always used to tell me I had a wonderful
father.
Oh my gosh. You have 1 gig and it stopped.
Oh, crap.
She was a great pirate, lesbian pirate, wonderful pirate.
Dude, this has been happening on X here recently.
You know, my father always used to tell me I had a wonderful.
Really? Okay, let's get to the subway assault. And
the subway assault.
Maybe the father in that video went out for milk and never came home. Oh, sorry.
Well,
we're not even 5 minutes into the show. Oh boy.
This was from an MSNBC article. Cold cut. Justice Department fires employee accused of throwing Subway sandwich at federal officers. The subject, Sean Charles Dunn, was charged with felony assault Wednesday. A now viral video shows the subject then throwing the sandwich at the chest of the officer, who appears to be wearing a bulletproof vest. Well, I guess that's good.
Yeah. And then
See, man, he's going to throw that foot long and then he's going to get sent to prison, right?
Yeah.
And Jared Fogle is going to give him that foot long back. He's going to get his subway one way or the other. So, Lord, I apologize. I didn't need to say that.
Okay.
At least he didn't choke on it.
No, that comes later.
Yeah. But yeah, this whole thing with a lot of people are trying to say it was like, oh, it's overreach. It is overreach. I'm sorry. But is it kind of necessary? Well, New Mexico. No, New Mexico is saying it is actually necessary because the governor in New Mexico is actually asking for help for the same thing.
I got the video going.
All right, roll that beautiful bean footage. So this is the video again, a little bit more clearly. Yeah, he. I don't.
See, and homeboy is in sandals, right? No, never mind. Oh no, he's got tennis shoes on. Never mind.
I
Right?
think
It's like,
he has a. What are those dad shoes?
oh, the New Balances? Nah, man, it looks like he's got some Keds on.
No, those look like New Balances, man.
Well, the article continued that he attempted to flee on foot, but was quickly apprehended. It also said Dunn acknowledged what he'd done to a DC officer while his arrest was being processed. I did it. I threw the sandwich. He was quoted as saying, "It's unclear what kind of sandwich he was carrying. It was described as simply a sub-style sandwich." And he was hit with a felony charge. And Pam Bondi came out and said, "If you touch any law enforcement officer, we will come after you." I just learned that this defendant worked at the Department of Justice. No longer. Not only is he fired, he's been charged with a felony. This is an example of the deep state we've been up against for 7 months as we work to refocus the Department of Justice. You will not work in this administration while disrespecting our government and law enforcement.
Well, even the AG of Washington D.C. said the same thing. That they're pressing charges too.
I mean, okay. Let's not forget. I mean, a felony charge over a sandwich that looks and smells and tastes like it was baked in a dishwasher. I mean, really, it wasn't worth it. I mean, come on. I mean, not only did he get shortchanged because, you know, Subway footlongs are really only like 11.5 inches.
I think there might be a little bit extra inches, Johnny.
But then
Well,
it
no. Those the extra inches. I mean, you think about it. You've got an inch that's, you know, every inch that he's going to get in prison is multiplied by 2 because you got your thrust and your pull out, right? And then you multiply the number of inches that it takes to get to a mile. By the time he gets out of jail, dude, he's probably going to see about 5 to 10 miles of deck. It's going to be.
But it was a recruiting tool. And people who can't see it, it's Babylon Bee. JB Pritzker joins police force in hopes of getting sandwich thrown at him, and Pritzker's in a outfit.
Yeah, I've seen that. That was hilarious. But I'm glad it happened, but in the long run, throughout this whole course of him actually cleaning up the streets and everything, there is so much stuff. I mean, this is what they're doing right now with the homeless stuff. They're taking bulldozers and getting rid of the homeless encampments in Froggy Bottom.
Yeah. Okay. Not to minimize the overall subject of the story, but I'm criticizing the media's decision to bring it up a year removed. Did you guys see the story about the trans person who committed suicide a year ago?
Was that the one they jumped in front of a bus?
Yeah, it was. Let me see here. A trans man trying to act like a woman. Is that going to get us dinged?
No.
Okay. Was misidentified by some passengers as they were disembarking from the bus. They were like, "See you later, dude." Right? You know, kind of a thing. Called him sir, whatever. Apparently that triggered him so hard that she was seen in her blue CTA shirt and black pants running down the platform at the Austin L station near her home in Oak Park, which is in Chicago, talking about the L train, right? And instead of boarding the Blue Line train toward her shift that day, she jumped in front of it. I'm like,
My thing is this on this
tragic
situation.
that somebody decided to do that.
Yes.
Right?
Here,
The reason for it, hold on, I'll be real quick, I promise. It's tragic that happened. The reasoning for it is absolutely asinine and stupid. But the media's attempt to steal some kind of narrative. I mean, I saw this in a very small blurb on Twitter, and I had to pull up a Chicago website to get the article. And it's like, that's how little play it got during this particular news cycle. And
Mhm.
it was a year removed. And I'm just like, why does that matter? I mean, really?
Okay.
don't-
One thing on this though is people like this don't feel like they are in any kind of group. We see it all the time with like military people. They get disassociated when they get out. They don't know where they're going because they lost their tribe.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand it. I'm not saying that, we should bleed into their narrative, but we should get these people the help that they need.
Yeah.
The stop any kind of loss of life is a loss of life. I don't care. I pray it doesn't happen, and it's still happening. But it's just
I mean, it's not something that we need to make jokes about, obviously, but I just it's not necessarily, well, I mean, it's not the actual event that we're bringing up just for the sake of bringing it up. It's I only mentioned it because I looked at it and I'm like, why are we talking about this a year after the fact?
yeah.
You
And
know, I mean, had it been a straight person, a heterosexual that had done that, we wouldn't have heard about it at
Yeah.
all. You know, it's about the narrative and them still trying to push it. And I'm like, it's enough is enough. I
Well,
mean,
it really is sad that they're trying to grab something that it grabs any kind of attention. But going back from our Wednesday show where I mentioned that Roblox stopped a YouTuber from playing on the game, banned him because he was getting pedophiles arrested. Guess what happened? This is news. Guess who's investigating the situation now?
You.
No.
You may have heard that my streaming crime network, True Blue, and I are investigating the exploitation of children on the popular gaming platform Roblox. Well, it's absolutely true, and we're deep into it. I've already interviewed law enforcement investigators and victims of this horrible activity. And we have some collaborators, some people who've been working in this space, including Schlepp, who have committed to help us in this endeavor. Will Roblox actually say anything about it? Will it make any changes? We're going to do our best to hold them accountable. Stay tuned. We're working hard on this project.
Schlepp was the one that just got banned.
Yeah, he's the one that just got banned. Schlepp was just banned for that, for helping law enforcement stop
Yeah.
sex trafficking.
That's not a good look.
No, it's not.
That's really not a good look.
No, it's not. Especially when the head coach of child trafficking pops up and is like, "Oh, we're going to go investigate this now." I think Roblox is going under. It's going to be.
Well, I read somewhere that Chris Matthews is going to the guy from Dateline, the To Catch a Predator. I heard that he was trying to set something up for that.
Yeah, it's Chris Hansen.
Yeah, Chris Hansen. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that was just Chris Hansen.
Yeah. Well, oh, that's right. It was. Okay.
A little bit of a difference between Hansen and Matthews.
You're right. Your Matthews is a uncontrollable drunk, or was
with
Was,
a tingle up his leg.
Yeah, with the tingle. Yeah, tingle up his leg. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Every time I heard tingle up his leg, for whatever reason, I pictured Barney Frank in my head.
Yeah. One of these days. One of these days. One of these days.
We're gonna. I mean, dude, YouTube is gonna come to you, and they're gonna be like, "Look, we're not gonna shut your channel down. You just got to get rid of Johnny Skelton." And I'm gonna be. You're gonna be like, "Bro," I'll be like, "Okay, not a problem."
It's that time of year. Ah, man, really? Yeah, we're off of YouTube. We're just gonna go on X.
The last bastion of free speech.
We haven't said anything to get demonetized yet, have we?
No.
It was after the 7 seconds, so we're good.
Yeah. No. It's if they look into their back catalog.
Which they,
I'm
which
not
they,
worried about it because
do.
we haven't been monetized yet. So
Yeah.
it's it's what it is.
Which they do. They've deleted channels for stuff like 5-10 years old.
Yeah.
They've deleted stuff that you didn't even post publicly.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, even if you post it, upload it as private, you haven't published it anywhere, they've deleted channels for it.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, that's
Free
good.
speech in America, everybody.
Yeah, well, it's still a lot freer than other countries.
Oh yeah.
I'm monitoring the interview with Trump and Hannity. It's first interview after the Putin meeting.
Mhm.
I'm not seeing a whole lot. Now I haven't, I've glanced up there and I haven't caught every word, but he seems to be going around stuff that actually doesn't have anything to do with the meeting. And if I've caught it right, Hannity has tried to get him into it and he's gone around it. I don't know how well that meeting went.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure that Putin stabbed him in the back. Because okay, what Bill's talking about today on Friday, Putin and Trump went to Alaska to have a sit down. They had a 3-hour sit down talk, and then they had a press release. They were just saying what they're collaborating on. That's the best you could actually say. Now, there's several occasions where Putin and Zelensky, they're like, okay, Trump's talked to him. Okay, we're going to stop doing XYZ. Okay, we're going to stop doing XYZ. Not like 13 hours later, one side ends up bombing another side. He's got a lot of work to do for both sides. So I hope it works out, but it's gonna be a lot of work to stop that stuff. The one thing Putin did say that I think he was coaxed into saying it is Putin is like, oh, and if Trump was in office back in 2022, we would have stopped too. I don't think he would have stopped either, because he's been doing this since 2014.
Yeah.
So, well, the thing is, when you dig into it, it's Biden let him open up his pipeline. Biden let him do this, that, and Trump was stopping it. As soon as he started massing troops at the border, Trump would have said, no, and he would have built up around the border. Biden came out and said, well, let's see what he does. Then he attacked, and what was the comment? Is it just a small incursion? What the? And then it's like, well, we'll see what NATO does first. That's how Biden was. He wouldn't have been that way. But the meeting did start out pretty cool.
Oh, you had that flyover?
Hey, Phil, can you go ahead and mute that? Hey, Bill.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, here they come. Putin's like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, he did a.
So was that a message or what?
Oh, definitely a message.
People are like, well, I wonder if that was the same ones that flew over Iran the other day.
Yeah.
But,
I mean,
that's
the
one of the
diplomacy has
ones.
failed and shit has gone horribly wrong for your side when you see the flying Dorito flying through the sky.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Well, okay. I read a article about an incursion that happened in the, I think, Baltic Sea.
Baltic.
yeah.
Yeah. What had happened is a Russian destroyer came in and found I think it was a USS Bush, and they were.
Uh-oh.
I got it.
Okay.
What they were doing was the Russians were going and pinging the Bush, the aircraft carrier, and the fleet that's around that aircraft carrier that basically protects it, even two submarines, like laid silent, and even the Russian submarines were going close and everything, and basically the USS Bush popped out like 46 jets. I was like, okay, let's see what you got. Because, dude, China, we talked about China this week. China's paper tiger, Russia, paper tiger. All these countries that are going, trying to go up against us are saying, oh, it's like, oh, the big bag. I'm not, unless they have a super alliance of other countries, like, even if Russia and China collabed, I don't feel, the immense threat at all. Now, as a economic war, that's where I feel a little bit of threat. That's the only way they can do anything is an economic threat war.
And then throw North Korea in there though too.
No, dude, all we have to do is give them cell phones and internet access, and they're done for because they're masturbating their entire time.
Johnny mentioned something about the B2. You know, you know it's really bad when you look up and the sky is missing pixels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I have seen that. My stepson works at Whiteman, and he is a hydraulic specialist on the B2. And I was out visiting, and you hear the noise, and you look up, and you, what is it? Well, if they're coming straight at you, you see nothing, and then all of a sudden, oh,
yeah, that's a scary sight. Of course, another scary sight is.
I remember. I don't know if you remember this, Bill, but I think it was back in the early 2000s when the B2 made its maiden flight. Like they showed it on CNN and Fox News, and everybody was out there at Andrews Air Force Base, and they rolled this thing out of the hangar, and they just started taxiing down the runway, and it flew for about an hour, then came in, landed. Everybody's like, "Oh man, this is going to be the latest, greatest thing," and I'm like, "Huh." The first thing I thought of was like, somebody's playing Ace Combat on PS2. Look at that. Okay. You know, like, okay. But man, I'll say this about the B2. It's definitely had a longer lifespan than the F-117.
Yeah.
And I got to see one relatively up close during its active life.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was set up as a static display for one of the air shows. that was hosted at Fort Campbell when I was there.
Mhm.
And we get like 25 feet from the velvet rope that they had cording it off, right? And these airmen, they're the security force guys, they're just like, you need to step back. We're like, whatever, dude, shut up. like, we're not going to touch your fucking rope. I'm like, come on, man, seriously. I mean, it's just cool to walk that close to it. Or like, you can't take any pictures of the plane. You got civilians like 30 feet away, snapping away. And he's sitting there fucking yelling at us. It's like, whatever, dude. Just because we're in BAUs, get a fucking life, bro.
Now,
what the first flying wing was?
It was like
World War II.
it was prop driven.
No.
Okay, it was like started out with a Y or something like that.
YB-49.
Yeah, there
and
you go.
is why Edwards Air Force Base is named Edwards Air Force Base. Colonel Edwards crashed in it and died. And the problem was a wing configuration is inherently unstable. And the only reason it works now is there's like thousands of tiny little corrections the computers make continuously. They didn't have that back then, 1948, June 5th, 1948.
Yeah, it's the same way that the F-16 flies. F-16 is basically a
Just a
jet.
lawn dart.
Yeah, it is in constant motion, and it's basically getting the gyros on it have to stabilize it.
It's
But
a wonder that Thunderbirds use that instead of the F-22.
yeah.
What was the aircraft that's I'm drawing a blank on it, that's just real skinny with one engine, basically nothing but a fuel tank with rocket.
The F-104 Starfighter.
Yeah, my father had said he was a fuel system specialist and he had worked on everything except the SR-71. He actually retired 20 years in the military because that was the next aircraft they wanted him to work on. And he always said, why we gave all those to the Germans is they were flying death traps. So we just gave them all to the Germans.
Just in case in the next war. That's future thought. But anyways, going back on the crime fighter in chief, there has been it's called Crowds on Demand. It's a California-based company. Crowds on Demand openly offers services to organize protests, rallies, and PR stunts. Its CEO, Adam Swart, has acknowledged a 400% surge in demand in paid protests in 2025, particularly trying to political tension surrounding Donald Trump's policies, such as immigration crackdowns, paid varieties. It pays a variety from $100 to several $100s per event, depending on the factors like location, duration, environmental challenges, early morning, or hostile areas. Stewart insists his protesters align ideologically with the cause they support and that the protests are peaceful and legit. Really? However, he claims there's no such thing as a truly organic protest, as all activism involves some form of incentive, whether financially or social. So they just basically came out and said, yeah, all the protests are fake.
Yeah, they have very
wouldn't do
nice
that.
signs,
I
very
mean-
nice professionally done signs.
Well, yeah. I mean, and plus, the pallets of bricks just laying around and the buses that George Soros paid for.
Yeah.
That wasn't a dead giveaway either.
But
So
it's not even George Soros anymore. There's a Chinese guy, Chinese investor that was pumping up millions and millions of dollars from the Chinese government. Yeah, I know. And Johnny did the Dr. Evil Pinky. But
sorry.
yeah, no.
Sorry for yelling.
But it's sad that they it's sad that they have to pay these protesters. You're just getting back to me because of freaking Mondays. It's the only reason why you're being disruptive, Johnny. Love you too, buddy. But
Sorry. Okay, that's the last one. I'm sorry.
okay. But it's sad that nobody really wants to protest anymore because maybe everybody started getting jobs.
I mean, there's no fun in it when you're getting arrested. So,
Yeah.
and the Democrat war chest that has been getting used to bail you out of jail like the next day is bone dry right now. So,
Oh, it's even worse. It's not bone dry. People are trying to pick at it to get their money. Tim Walz had to come out and ask people, hey, can you donate to the Democratic Party? Because we still owe money to venues for our presidential road. Hell, Trump gave him $20 million and that dried up pretty fast.
They're still gonna be digging money up, and a lot of these organizations are scrambling because their USAID money's gone. But you've got Alex Soros taking over for George, and he's way further left than George.
yeah, which is how that's physically possible, I don't know, but I don't know.
Well, George had he actually had a plan to take over economies. Alex, I don't think he goes with those plans. He's just a nutcase far leftist. And the first article I read on George Soros was one that he actually wrote for The Atlantic in 1998 or 99. And in that, George Soros' own article, he wrote how he collapsed economies of countries and how he was engineering them. Well, I tried to do this with this country, and their currency system collapsed. So I said, well, I won't do that same thing again. And I did this with you. It completely openly admitted it in an article he wrote.
That's how he made his money. Honestly, that is exact because he collapsed the UK economy in like 1960s, I believe. But he collapsed their economy because he shorted like the economy, and he made billions of dollars on it.
So when George Soros actually dies, do you think that the Illuminati is going to let us view the funeral, or is it going to be like a total media blackout?
Total media blackout.
Oh, okay.
Why? Why would it be a blackout?
I mean, it'd be a shame if somebody had like Overwatch on it, and
it'll be a coronation of his son.
They painted the target. That'd be a sad thing, right?
You mean like what Israel did to that one news company?
Right. Yeah, I'm not advocating violence, but if Mossad wanted to conduct a raid on the anti-Semitic Jew, George Soros and his family, that I don't know. I think I'd be okay with it.
Dude, still that whole pager thing, still, it's so impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, 10 years, and you had to go through so many companies to make sure everything aligned just right and got those pagers to those people. People are like, oh, that was war crimes. Israel's doing war crimes. I was like, yeah, but that's pretty damn impressive.
Show me where in the Geneva Convention that it outlaws what Israel did.
It's only a war crime the first time.
I'm just saying, on paper, it's not even a war crime.
Well, it is because children were involved. They exploded the children and families instead of the actual. It was an add-on. They hurt children. That's the only reason why it would be considered a war crime.
Collateral damage.
Yeah, but that's what a lot of people are going with.
Children are the new censorship excuse, though. Right now.
Well, okay.
It's an old page out of the Al Jazeera playbook, though.
Well, okay. They like the stuff in Gaza right now. talking about, paid protesting and everything. They actually had a video come out while the kids were in the car and they were practicing what to do when they're on video with like the public people and everything. And someone found the videos of it. Not saying that Anonymous is good at their job, but they're good at their job. But they showed the videos of them practicing how to look starved and what they should be saying and get everything prepped so they can what's the word I'm looking for? Propaganda this whole thing.
What's that mean?
I don't know. It's the
I've
same-
never heard of propaganda.
What did
it-
he say? Sorry.
but that the newest news that I've heard about Gaza is Israel might be giving it into an extent to the United States or allowing the United States to take it over.
But will Trump put casinos there, or will we send Indians over and Indians can put big casinos on it?
Indians, because they look the same.
That's racist.
Oh, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
I was referring to a different kind of Indian, but we're around Oklahoma, so that's a different kind of Indian. I think you were thinking of.
No, well, I was thinking the same thing you did, Bill. But I was like, there's no way that we're going to send Native Americans over there because they don't want to be cast into the same lot that they've been giving us for like the last 200 years, being imperialistic and stealing people's land. They don't want any part of that.
It's a good thing we're not like Canada and their First Nations, which is the same thing as our Indians. They have so much power up there. They're actually going to give them land that currently has an Amazon warehouse and several other businesses. And I don't have it in front of me, but through some screwball thing from 150 years ago, they're going to end up getting that land and controlling everything that's on it. And all those businesses are going to have to pay them back fees.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How are they going to do that?
It's complicated. I have to find it, but it's pretty wild. I saw the maps of the locations that are drawn out that this is going to become First Nations property. This one group that claims First Nation status.
So if that area of Canada becomes the 51st state and we relegate that back to a reservation, where do they go from there?
Oh, that's a smaller part. That's a smaller part, and it's not part of Alberta.
Oh,
I don't want Canada. Oh, we don't want Canada. We want Alberta, maybe Saskatchewan, possibly British Columbia, preferably just Alberta. But we could take the two, but we don't want anything east of Saskatchewan.
What's the deal with both of those? Because I keep on seeing that I review one thing and then I get like the polar opposite of the other. Like Alberta and Saskatchewan is actually trying to become like 51st and 52nd state. But in turn, I also find data that says no, they've been trying to do this since 2022. It's not going to happen.
It depends on how this C-69 goes, and if they're able to if Danielle is able to get some pipelines out of Alberta, so they can start actually being productive and not just paying into Ontario. I don't think she's going to get it. Every once in a while, she's like, "Oh, they're going to do this, elbows up against America, and we're going to be able to do this." And it's like, "Oh, no, we'll put that on the back burner. They're never going to give it to her, and that movement's going to rise. They're really tired of it. In fact, I had a let's see. This is how some of the Canadians think of their latest little foray into losing their freedoms. One of the Canadians actually posted. That's what a Canadian posted about Canada. Because their latest thing is taking away freedoms is, if you hike in the forest, you might start a fire. So we're outlawing hiking in forest.
And we're
Canada.
yeah, and on top of that, if you're caught, it's a $25,000 fine. Yeah,
Plus tax.
plus tax. Yeah,
It's $38,000, but that was the first province to do it. At least 3 others have joined in, and they keep upping the fine. And I think the highest one now is $150,000.
well, some of them are actually agreeing to it only because they're like, oh, we have because they do have a lot of fires that's been happening here recently, and some of them
Yeah, the hikers' shoes have started fire, but they keep changing their reason for it. You know, they did hikers, and then
come and help you out because our first responders are focused on an immediate. Me going for a walk in the woods is going to cause a fire. I can understand why people think that that's ridiculous. But the reality is, it's not that you might cause a fire. It's that if you're out there walking in the woods and you break your leg, we're not going to come and get you because we have emergency responders that are out focused on a fire that is threatening the lives of New Brunswickers. And if you take your boat out fishing in a pond in Crown Land and you capsize, we're not going to be able to come and help you out because our first responders are focused on an immediate and serious threat to our province. And so it's the possibility of diverting emergency resources away from where they are really needed. But me going for a walk in the woods is going to cause a fire. I can understand why people think.
okay, and then the follow-up to that, because that wasn't working. So the next day,
people want to go for a hike or want to go for a walk in the woods with their dog. But how would you like to be stuck in the woods while there's a fire burning around you? I don't think anybody would want that either. So be smart, be human, don't look for loopholes. An out of control forest fire is a terrifying thing. So treat this situation with the seriousness that it deserves. We are certainly as a government. Since last week's announcement on restrictions, 12 fines have been issued. It's certainly my hope that every single one of those is fully prosecuted and collected. It's just too serious of a situation right now. People want to go for a hike or want to go for a walk in the woods with their dog. But how would you like to be?
yeah,
like
their other
communicating
comment
with
is now it's because a fire could envelop you suddenly in flames.
well, they wouldn't have that if they wouldn't have a female firefighter team. You laugh.
Are you saying their firefighter team is hot?
No. What happened a couple years back? They were celebrating the first, I guess it's like first firewomen team for Canada, and they caught something on fire to show that they could take out the fire, and the fire engulfed the whole area because the women couldn't control the hose. So, yeah, that
Was that a sex
That
joke?
brings a whole new
The
phrase
women
to
couldn't control the.
the hose. Yeah, well, that brings a whole new meaning to the term hose chaser.
Yeah, it does really. But yeah, it's that whole thing. I'm glad that you brought that up, Bill, because I put that in the show notes. Talk about, but it's just ridiculous. They want so much to, the whole climate lockdown in Canada with the USSR symbol on it. But yeah, they don't know how to. They should know how to handle those fires. And yes, it is dangerous out there, to where the rubber off of the soles of the shoes cause enough friction to where people run blazing. But
Do you know why we weren't supposed to use cell phones at a gas pump?
yeah, because it's supposed to blow up the gas pump. The
Why?
stat-
What study did it?
Oh God, it was back in the day. It was
None. There was a guy. There was a guy who was at a gas pump, and the gas pump caught fire. He had a cell phone. It was a small town newspaper picked it up, and then the larger wrote it, and a larger media said, "Oh my gosh, this guy had a cell phone and the pump caught fire." And it snowballed from that. There was no studies that said that happened.
It even birthed a Mythbusters episode where they
But
busted that myth.
what happened, the national media didn't pick up the follow. John Stossel researched it and tracked it down. They didn't pick up the follow-up a couple of weeks later, where they found that the guy had a nail in his boot that sparked, had nothing to do with the cell phone. So all of this cell phone and gas pumps, that's the only thing that started it. No study, no scientific. It was that one news article in a small town paper that was picked up and blown out of proportion.
Well, it's like the same thing with smoking at a gas pump. I mean, what causes the fire at a gas pump when you have a cigarette? It isn't the cigarette, because you can put a cigarette out in gasoline. I've done it before. It's small.
Even the movies, it's wrong when you see it in the movies and it blows.
Oh
up.
yeah. Yes, Bill. Yes, Bill. I'm sorry to ruin your childhood like that. But you know what actually causes it to inflame like that? Lighting the cigarette, because the spark and the fumes. That's it. But actually, I had so many times, and I'm like smoking at my car, and like, oh my God, you're blah blah blah. I was like, and I'll pour a little bit out, put the cigarette out. I was like, weird, huh? Watching too many movies, are you?
I have complete paranoia at the gas pump from 25 years ago. I look in my rearview mirror several times to make sure I have taken the nozzle out. I was out in the middle of nowhere in East Texas late at night at a closed gas station doing the auto pump, and I forgot to take a handle out. And I drove away, and the sound of that boom, thump, thump, thump against the side of the car, and looking up in the mirror and seeing that thing wave around, I was like, I have been 25 years ago, and I have been paranoid ever since.
You know how many? I worked at the 7-Eleven in Burke. You know how many times I had to put a sign up out of order because of that?
I'm not the only one.
No, you're not.
Oh, did you like my sound effect? Boom, 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 boom. Here's another sound effect.
Tell me a sound that's better than this.
Whoever's in charge of the Border Patrol social media, please don't take their phone away. Give them 10 more phones and a raise in the Congressional Medal of Freedom, because that's hilarious.
Tell me a sound that's better than this.
Oh no, Bill. Oh no, Bill. Did you get the TikToks?
No, that was Benny Johnson on X.
Mhm.
I don't have that damn Chinese spyware on my
No,
phone.
shut up. Oh my God. I'm sorry, Bill. And then there's this.
Yeah. The Shoei Otanin custom shoe with poker chips
Yep.
on it.
Custom cleat for players weekend.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh,
And that's probably real.
No. it's not.
no.
It could be because New Balance lets you completely customized shoes. You can go on their website and completely customize a shoe.
Bill,
Yeah.
for as evil as Shohei Ohtani actually is, he's not that stupid.
I have
He
no
just
clue
he
who
just
that is.
sent he just sent his interpreter before the season started to prison for taking his money and gambling with it.
Yeah.
When the entire world knows that that was Shohei Ohtani putting money down on those bets.
Yeah.
I could go one step further and go, who the hell's Shohei Ohtani?
He's a pitcher in at the
He's a two-way player in the major leagues.
Yeah.
From Japan. He's currently making like $704 million over the course of 10 years with the Dodgers.
Ew. You know, someone made a comment about one of Elon's rockets. Elon is going to be launching the what is it? There's a Boeing like space plane type thing. I can't remember exactly the number. And someone made a comment that it was like a evil thing from Moonraker going up inside his Falcon 9 rocket. So I figured, let's do Elon as Drax from Moonraker.
Here's some sad news. I guess you know those fentanyl people that are just standing up in the walkway and everything?
Yeah.
You know those videos?
Yeah, called the fentanyl lean. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, they're giving it to raccoons. Look at this stuff. The raccoon is just stoned out of his mind, not even moving. That is so sad. Someone gave fentanyl to a raccoon.
Dude, it's a trash panda. It probably dug it out of somebody's pocket while they were ODing.
You know what? You're probably right. Dude, it's just moving so slow.
I mean, Charm City right there at its finest, boy. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well,
I have some sad news to announce. September 30th, 2025. It's gone.
What?
Dial-up's officially going away.
I missed that.
Bill?
AOL is officially shutting down its dial-up internet service. I can now cancel my account.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I have an AOL account
Hey, this is
that I actually pay for.
really
Yes.
still to this
Still.
day.
To this day.
Wow. You should have got that money back. Here's something nerdy. Hayden Christian and his daughter saying, "Take me out to the ball game at the Cubs game."
Yeah.
That was cute.
Yeah. That's wholesome right there.
Yeah. Well, do we have any other news right now, Bill, that you can come up with, or are we gonna go ahead and close out this show? Because usually you have like if I do like a last minute thing, you say, "Oh no, I got one more thing," or "Oh no, I got like 15 more things."
Have you messed with? You said you messed with Elon's Imagine engine.
No, I said I listened to a podcast where they were messing with it, and they were doing some really evil things.
Well, what he's doing that some of them are being creeped out about. Some of them are saying, "Oh, you're wonderful, Elon." Is you can take a picture, like a picture from the past, your dead relatives, and make them animated.
Mhm.
And someone did that with Elon.
Oh dear heaven!
That was a picture of Elon as a child, and then someone else took and, of course, did this with it.
What the one thing I'm trying to figure out what
A
kind
cat
of
turd.
yeah, I'm trying to figure out is what kind of language that was that.
Not sure, but here's someone else that her dead grandfather. Oh,
Wait,
come on.
put them in a grave? Oh, okay. It's Handsome.
Yeah, can you see it move? There we go.
Yeah.
His little Imagine engine makes people move, and then I got one more. This lady, her sisters. Come on.
How long have you
Technical difficulties.
No, I think it's just your age now.
It's that dial-up speed.
Oh yeah. You got rid
That
of
you're still paying for.
Yeah,
I got rid of that Vexus and I went back to my AOL account.
but yeah, the stuff they're doing with that, it's kind of wholesome and everything. Where you can see the people move and whatnot. People are doing like Johnny Cash and doing music videos and everything. But other than that, everybody that stayed with us this entire show, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Love you guys. I'm David Dickerman.
I'm Johnny. Skelton. Now you go.
No, you go.
I did.
I stepped over you. I didn't hear.
That's David Dickerman. I'm Johnny Skelton.
And I'm Wild William.
Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. Goodbye. Walk, walk.